C to THA, DOE to C-Arte. Real solid for whatever they say. Did my best, prefer they say. Competition made the pressure sway. Try my best to fix that strain. Cool muscles don't feel the same. No second chances when you switching lanes. Patience, I'm looking back and I'm tired of all this waiting. I'm on it bad and I feel like I can just taste it. These niggas envy and jelly, but when I say shit, bitch, what's poppin', nigga?
Well, hello everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to another episode of Anything Goes TV 817. I'm your host David.
And I'm Nino.
And that was All the Don, the hottest rapper out in Fort Worth. I want everybody to go out and get his latest single. It's popping. He's really hot, and especially a shout out to his father, Clint, his manager. What's going on? Keep grinding out there, and I want everybody to go get his album. And I'd like to say thank you and a shout out to all our listeners out there. We appreciate all the feedback and all the emails. I'd especially like to say a shout out to Kiara, Kennedy, and Tammy, Brandy. Big ups to my boy Keith up there in Houston, my man Greg in New York. I'd like to say what's up to Peaches, Kayla, and I can't forget Carnella and Amy. And all the other ones I missed, I'm sorry, it's just so many, but thank you for following us. Today, we have a caller, well, someone who emailed us, and she having a problem, and she wants us to talk about it. She's 27 years old, and she's an airline stewardess. And she's not married, but she was involved with someone for 3 years. And she emailed us and said that the relationship, they've been together for 3 years, and the relationship seemed to have stalled. That she would like to get married, but she said he don't want to get married. He's scared to pop the question, and when she asked him about it, he says that he really hasn't thought about it. So she broke it off. That's what she did. She broke it off. So her question is this: why are so many relationships failing? And whose fault is it? Is it the man or the woman? That's what her dilemma is, because she says she's done everything. She don't know what went wrong. She tried to be the perfect woman for him. She was very considerate. She called him when he was at work. She fixed his food when she got home. She was a stewardess, so she said she was busy a lot, but whenever she was there, she was the perfect woman for him. And she don't know what went wrong. So there is the dilemma, everybody. Why are so many relationships failing? And whose fault is it? Is it the man or the woman? And before we get into that, there is a statistic that says there is 118 million people that's single. And out of that 118 million, 52% of them are unmarried or divorced men and women. So we even have a problem with the marriages staying together. So again, she poses the question because she's serious and she want to find out why the relationships are not working. And whose fault is it? Nino, this lady has a dilemma. Only being 27 years old and in a 3-year relationship, and the man, she says, don't want to get married, and she want to get married. So she broke it off. So another failed relationship. So who would you say is at fault in all of these failed relationships? Is it the man or the woman?
I would say the woman, because I speak on the behalf of the man. Okay, so I have been educated through prior experiences. I'm out in an open space and I see a nice young lady or woman and I want to approach her. Most times women are unapproachable. Mm-hmm. So when I approach her and I do my introduction, like how you doing or whatever, she might come off a little rude or derogatory. So as we continue and we try to make ends meet or be cool with each other, whatever, seems like she is kind of annoyed. Seems like her only thing she really is trying to see is, what do I got going for myself? How much money I have? What kind of car do I drive? What do I got going that for her personal gain or whatever, financially or whatever. So I'm only just trying to get to know her on a friend zone. Nothing in a serious relationship. Just trying to be friends. But she is so much just like being annoyed just because I approach her and just want to get to know her that I'm thinking now, what else can I do?
Well, I'll tell you what, Neil. Now that is a dilemma there. What I would say to that is that in the relationship, there has to be someone who is the leader of the relationship. And I believe that responsibility falls on the man. And I say that because the man is the provider and the man is the leader of the relationship. It's supposed to be the head of the woman is the man. And that man is supposed to lead and be a responsible leader. And I believe that if the right man is there, a submissive woman is ready to submit if he is a worthy man. And that is the problem we have, I believe, is that the men, they expecting the woman to do everything instead of the man actually stepping up to the plate and owning up to his responsibility.
Taking the initiative.
Well, that's what I would think. What do you think?
I mean, that's true too. Taking the initiative too, yeah. But it seems like a woman thinks that she's entitled without, they just get to know each other. It's like saying, I'm just stepping to you as a friend. I'm not trying to sleep with you or nothing like that. But the woman is so caught up on what do I have, what is her game, what can I bring to her, instead of like, let's just fill each other out. Let's just talk on the phone. I mean, come on, man. Does everything have to be, because do I have to be about finances or whatever? And it gets me. I mean, I don't know what to do at times, but I'm like, I guess this is how the common woman is now.
Well, a man should be the provider, and he should not shy away from that. A woman definitely, I would say, supposed to ask her man for whatever she like, and he should be there to provide that for her. And men is not, I gotta tell you, I'm mad at the men for not stepping up to the plate and being a real man, because a real man provides for his family, no matter what. And that is an unconditional thing. If a woman gets with a man, he should take care of her and provide and protect her. Now, another thing is, one of the problems is, I believe that the women give up too much too soon. I believe if any man sleeps with a woman, he should marry her. That's the way it should be, and we would not have unmarried women. But because we put so much of a high price tag, I don't know if that's the word I would like to use, but we look at a woman like, hey, I need to see if we're compatible. And that compatible meaning that we should be intimate, which is the wrong thing. See, men in the end is the leader, and they should set the tone in the relationship and not look for the woman to carry the relationship. If your woman want a pair of shoes, you should be there to get it. If your woman want to go out to eat, or if your woman don't want to work, men, listen to me. If your woman don't want to work, then your woman shouldn't have to work. You should take care of your woman. I remember when I was growing up, my mother didn't work. My father was the provider, and my mother took care of the home.
Question though, on the first date, as I was saying, women want to ask for something and they expect something. But now, and I'm just asking a question, but I'm disrespectful if I ask, well, let's hop in the sack. I'm trying to make a point there, because still on the first date, why do I have to give you something, woman? I'm not asking you for nothing. I don't mind providing for you. I don't mind taking care of you. But like I say, let's get to know each other first. Not the initial contact, you straight up just asking and wanting and expecting.
Well, again, going back to our caller's email, they have been together for 3 years. So in the 3 years, I know they've done a lot of things. Okay, so what's the problem? Is she? I'm assuming, and she didn't say that they may have been intimate. I don't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so they have done all of that, and there's still no movement toward getting married. And that's one of the things that I say. If you women out there, you have to value yourself more than just to give yourself up to a man for anything, for some smooth words, or for a gift. Your body and your self-respect and self-esteem is more than that. A man prides himself in having a woman that cares for herself enough that she won't sell herself cheap for a pair of tennis shoes or a meal or going out to the movies. That's one of the things I believe, that it's on the man. Just because a woman won't sleep with you that's not a reason to break off the relationship, because that seems like that's all we as men are after, is that. And there's more to the woman than that. You know, I enjoy talking to a woman, getting her point of view, listen to their laugh, listen to their smile, looking at their smile, and just seeing the beautiful things that the women do, you as women do. That is something that I find
contrasting us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
So they are the weaker vessel. Don't take that the wrong way, ladies. And we're the stronger vessel. We're supposed to protect.
Right.
A woman is so precious that a man is supposed to give his life to her. So if her life is only worth one night in the bed, come on, men. It's more than that. We have to step up, because there's more at stake now. We are having a lot of kids out there growing up without their parents. And this is a problem with everyone. And I'm speaking to everyone in America. You know, if you are going to be with a woman, then look at that woman with enough respect to say that I would marry that woman. I would protect that woman. And not look at it like, well, let's just see how things go. And that's where I believe our caller is. I believe she gave too much too soon, and then he realized that, oh, well, that ain't what I want. And he's wrong for that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. You have to step up.
Right.
I don't know, Nino. This is a dilemma.
Yes, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, like I say, it's very interesting. You got valid points. But like I said, my overall view, I'm just saying, can we just get to know each other? I don't mind giving. I don't mind doing that. But just don't monetize and put a price on everything. Let's just, especially out the gate, first going, just don't put no price, don't entitle, because if you think you entitled to get this, then don't get mad at me if I'm thinking I'm entitled to get what I'm supposed to get.
Well, I look at it like a woman is priceless. The right woman is priceless.
Thanks.
And she should get everything she's entitled to. If that man loves her, he'd give her the world. And we as men, ladies, love to give to the woman that we care about.
That we care about.
Oh, we would move mountains for you. But again,
That we care about.
a man would have to let go of his pride, the man's pride, that I don't get my way. And here's the thing about it. You do get your way, you see, because you and that woman will become one. And you can never forget that. So what I would say to my caller, if there's any way that you could and him could sit down and talk and say that, look, we have invested 3 years in a relationship, we should at least follow this thing through, because marriage is sacred, and we should all look for that if we are involved with someone. Look toward the future, not for the now, the immediate gratification. We should look toward the future, because we're fathering children with no direction because they are only having one parent. So I say this, We're going to pray about this and talk to your significant other, everyone out there, and ask them, what do you have in store? Do we plan on getting married one day and being together as a union? That would be a great and beautiful thing. So men, I'm saying this to you, step up, swallow your pride, and be the man you're supposed to be. Because anybody could father children, but only a man could take care of the children and his family. This is David.
And this is Nino.
We'll see you again on another episode of Anything Goes TV 817 podcast.